the people.
We are the people.
The mighty, mighty people.
The mighty, mighty people.
We are joined the forces today to take a stand to declare that we believe in the values of quality education and that the current system is simply not designed to truly address the needs of our most vulnerable community and family and students. When you look at education of a child, we deal with the whole child. It takes a community to raise that child. Just like the African proverb, it takes an entire village. Well, the community is that village to raise that child.
How many of us want to see music and the arts back in the curriculum? How many of us want to see ethnic studies in the curriculum? So community schools are about a broad curriculum. We're hearing that across the city and across the state. We're hearing that parents want to be engaged in shaping our schools. Do we want parents involved in our schools? So parent engagement is a huge part of our community schools model. And we've heard that we need services at our schools. Our schools should be service centers to support our students socially and emotionally. Do we want to support our students socially and emotionally? Yeah. Should we be able to get that right there at our neighborhood school?
Yeah. I have a unique experience with LAUSD. My son Miles attends Daniel Webster Middle School, and he is autistic, so he is in the special ed program. Most of the schools near my home don't provide the things that he needs, so I end up having to go to other schools in the district and search for the things that he needs. And it shouldn't be that way. All of our schools, I should be able to go around the corner from my house and get the resources for my son that I can go and get 30 minutes away. I should be able to get those same things. Due to the difficulty of being able to get those things, my son has had to go through, I think, at least 4 schools in elementary school and now in junior high as well, or middle school, to find those resources. Not all schools have been able to accommodate him, although they should be. As a parent, it's my priority to make sure not only my child, but every child gets a free public education that can stand up to an education anywhere else.
It's not enough for our public schools for children to have a seat in the classroom. California's Constitution guarantees them a quality education when they're sitting in that seat. The community schools model allows for 2 very important things: customization to fit the unique needs of that school and surrounding community, and active participation from students, parents, educators, school staff, and community members. More and more schools and districts across the country are adopting a community schools model to meet the needs of their surrounding neighborhood and to tailor the curriculum to what works best for their campus. There is significant evidence that the elements of community schools really work to transform schools and help surrounding communities. We hope that all in California can join us to support AB 842 so that students and communities across California can benefit from an even stronger school experience.
When we look at the whole child, we must not only deal with the mind of the child, but also the heart, the body, and overall health of the child. When children come to school after leaving violence in their community, that child is dealing with the overwhelming anxiety, the fear. It can be hard to understand the importance of being respectful to teachers. When children come to school with medical needs because of lack of health care and accessibility to that health care, it is hard for them to focus on the classroom. When children come to school with emotionally broken hearts because they have just watched the news and saw ICE agents doing raids across the state, they know in their hearts their family members may not be able to stay in this country. It takes, and it's hard for a child to wrap their minds around test scores that's coming up or school projects. That's why we need restorative justice practices in all schools across California. That's why we need mental and physical health services across all schools in California. That's why we need ethnic studies and coursework to affirm the value of our school and our children in this state. That's why we need parents, community engagements in all schools across California. Because our children are carrying the weight, the problems of this world on their shoulders each and every day. It takes more than just good teachers. We need engaged parents. We need strong community partners. We need great leadership.
Community schools.
What do we want them?
Now.
What do we want?
Community schools.
What do we want them?
Now.
So that's why we're here today, because we understand the needs of our children. Our children are our future. So it is important that we take this stand to demand that we have community schools in California. It is not just enough to have good schools. We need to make sure that each school is a learning center, that is the center of the community. And so I'm asking each and every one of you to help us in this big task. We need to make sure that members of the California legislature, as well as the governor, know that we're here today. Not only that, that we stand firmly on the belief that we need community schools throughout California. Will you help me do that?
Yes.
Will you help us stand together and win this campaign?
Yes.
Are you willing to do the tough work in order for us to win?
Yes.
Are you willing to knock on doors and tell people we demand community schools in California?